making quiche. Why? Because I have a bunch of chickens from the last raid. And instead of eating them whole as is usual, a friend suggested I keep them. And now I've got all these eggs. What to do? What to do indeed. Hello and welcome to Eric the Terrible's Terrible Scottish Kitchen. Today we're going to be making quiche. First you're gonna chop some onions. Just like that. Except more of them. Like that. Now, observe the fine technique.
Little strokes just like that. I knew Kitty is sad when I cut the onion. I'm so sorry. You wanted it all for yourself, but it's mine, and that's the way it's gonna stay. Nice, slow, careful strokes. But remember, battle rage is fine on the battlefield. But if you lose your fingers, there's no way you're gonna be able to swing your claymore nearly as well as you used to. So caution is best here.
I love the sound of splintering onion. Reminds me of boons. Right! When you're done with the onions, the next thing you're gonna need is some eggs. I squeeze my chickens until they make them, but you may wish to wait, for you're not as strong as I am. And after that, you got the eggs, you're gonna need a bowl of some kind. I usually use the emptied skulls of my enemies, but you can just use a bowl. Oh, my skulls are dirty right now, so I'm gonna do that. There you go! Bowl, eggs. Now when you're cracking the eggs, you don't want to give them any slack, because they'll end up bitter and resentful and feeling occupied. No, you want to break their spirit right away with one hit. Like that. Like that. Like that. Just drop it right in. Now a note about eggs. When you're selecting your eggs for your quiche, you want to only use good eggs. This here is a good egg. That's lovely. This here is not a good egg.
That there is a bad egg.
Hello, Clarice.
Disgusting. Let me show you what we do with bad eggs.
Now that that's dealt with, let us continue. Just a little crack, shatter its spirit, pour it right into the bowl. And your chickens have finally earned their feed. Costs a lot, you know. Once you've got the eggs prepped, you're gonna need the rest of the ingredients. For instance, half and half. I buy mine in enormous quantities so I can drink it with the blood of children. You're also gonna need some salt, because salt brings out the flavour of food, except no substitutes. That's right. And if it gets all over you in the process, just shake it off, put on your big boy pants, and get over it. You're also gonna want some pepper. Like that. And finally, the surprise spice. As surprising as a hail of arrows from Welsh bowmen. Nutmeg. Now that you've got them, you're gonna want to just throw them in the bowl. Oh, but wait, you're thinking, Eric, why are you not measuring? I'll do it for you. Now normally I just use a smaller skull for the measuring cup, but you may not have one of those, so you can use a measuring cup. I warn you, Willie, one more of those, and it'll be your head next. But before you do any of that, you're gonna want to beat the eggs thoroughly. Like the Spartan army beat the Persians back. All you'll need is a fork. Put it in the bowl, stir it really fast. Faster! 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 Alright, that's good. Just leave the fork there and let it wonder what's going on. You don't want your utensils to be getting too, you know, familiar. Alright, let's put the half and half in the bowl. That's good. Let's pour it right in. Excellent. Now you'll want to add some salt and pepper. Willie, next time you measure these. Measure, don't just throw the canister at me, ya. Hello. I will speak with Willie later. Now you want to make sure you don't oversalt your food. Some people have a high tolerance for salt, but some people find that too much salt ruins it. You don't need the whole Atlantic in there, just a little bit, enough to give it a little kick. Pepper is a different story, just pour it right in. But not too much. And finally, the nutmeg. Now the nutmeg you only need a dash of. There are different levels of dash. For example, you might be dodging a hail of Welsh arrows and dashing from cover to cover as you approach them to slit their unworthy throats. Or you might be dashing home through a rainstorm to see your wife, who you have not seen while you're out pillaging for the last 3 months. This is in between. And just about that much. Now, you add the onions, you mix it all up, you pour it in a pie shell, and you're almost done. You're gonna want to preheat the oven. I like to make mine all hot and bothered by insulting it. That's right. It works a treat.
What's wrong with you? You're browning from the 70s! That's right, I said it, the 70s! And some of your burners don't even work! Oh, what do you think of that? Oh, getting angry now, are you? Continue as needed.
But wait! You're not done yet. Why? 'Cause your quiche ain't got no meat in it. You need meat. Give me the meat, Willie. That's right. In a plastic bag. It's all hygienic. We don't need that. But whatever. Willie does as Willie does. Now this may be a bit excessive, but it may not. You cheese. Willie got a little more than I'll actually need. I only need about half of this. Done.
Now, like I said, you only need half of this, so just take it and separate it, and if there's any that's hanging off, just eat it. Well, that's what we do. Take the rest of it and put it aside, and then you're just gonna gently chop it. Even-sized pieces. And when you get tired of that, it's gonna be time to hack it to pieces like it insulted your family. We'll try that method now. Pretty good. Let's just throw it in the bowl.
And what's a quiche without cheese, eh? Willie, the cheese! That was appalling, Willie. Try again. Much better. And you're gonna want a bowl to grate it into. And finally, Willie, a little flour. Give me that. Thank you. You want to inspire the cheese to shred itself. You're going to want some sort of sharp-bladed instrument for this. A bevy of knives would do it, but so will this grater. You want to inspire the cheese with fear, so it almost falls apart of its own accord. When you're done being thoughtful with the cheese, you just take it and slide it right in along with the flour, right into the mixture there. The flour is important. It gives it a little bit of body, soaks up some of the moisture, and you're going to want to stir it really fast. Remember that fork? Just go and dig around. It's there. And stir it, and stir it, and stir it. That's good. My, doesn't that look appetizing? And slightly less than an hour later, we're ready to eat. Make sure you cut yourself a healthy sized slice to reward yourself for all your effort. This has been Eric the Terrible's Terrible Scottish Kitchen. Have a nice day.
Alright. Hi, nerds! Hey guys, for starters, I'm really sorry about the mess, although... Okay, I'm gonna go clean that up, fix this, and so you don't have to sit here and watch, you're just gonna fast forward.